Don't listen to me. It's fine. I hate when the button moves. Content warning for this one is ocean. So we're out on the ocean. We have left the battle scene and are hopefully making our way home. So here we go.
Men, 600 men under my command, with only one goal in mind: make it back alive to our homeland. 600 men, 600 miles of open sea. But the problem's not the distance, it's what lies in between. And did they cause waiting? My kingdom is waiting. So full speed ahead, full speed ahead.
Captain, you really just 600 men, 600 men with big mouths to feed, and we've run out of supplies to eat. First the war of food stores depleted. 600 men, 600 reasons to take what we can. So Captain, what's the plan?
Captain, what's the plan? Watch where the birds fly. They will lead us to land. There we'll hunt for food, my second in command. Now full speed ahead.
I see an island, I see a light that faintly glows. Maybe they're people lighting a fire. Maybe they'll share some food, who knows?
Something feels off here. I see fire, but there's no smoke.
I say we strike first, we don't have time to waste, so let's raid the place and...
No, polities gear up. You and I'll go ahead.
You and I'll go ahead.
We should try to find a way no one ends up dead.
We don't know what's ahead.
Give me till sunrise, and if we don't return, then 600 men can make this whole place burn. Now full speed ahead, full speed ahead, full speed ahead. We're up, we're off, and away we go. We're up, we're off, and away we go. We're up, we're off, and away we go. We're up, we're off, and the full speed ahead.
Okay. I'm going to exit real quick. That was done by Wolfie the Witch on YouTube. Did an incredible job with that. So make sure to drop a sub if you are not following them already. That is one of my favorite songs, I'm going to be honest. Hang on, I'm trying to get it.
That one is the first one that is new. I've heard little bits of it, but the least amount out of all the other songs.
Mm,
But that is really good. The voices, oh,
I know.
so good. And Ari said the quality of his voice. You ever felt mad because something was so good? And I was like,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
I really like too the way that they like similar to, and you mentioned you've read the Odyssey and the Iliad. We have the chorus doing introductions and helping to set the scene. So we had that introduction of Eurylochus and Polites, who I would argue are kind of like the devil and angel on Odysseus's shoulder in terms of how to handle things real quick. But I would love to hear your thoughts and interpretations.
Yep, I think that was the exact thought I had when they were like, when Pilates was like, just giving information, and then you can see the animation where they're just covering their ears. So
Yeah.
when to when they're saying let's raid the place, and they're just like no, 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 I can't even hear this.
Yeah.
And you can see the angel like on the shoulder being like, don't even let him talk, no, that's not, I don't accept this. So I saw the same and the excitement in his face that Odysseus was choosing him to go on shore with him. So um I thought that same thoughts. He was he had to balance between just finding something very quick and everyone's anxiousness to get home, and also 600 men, you got to feed them somehow.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to be itching to get out off the boats, and also um, they would have to wait till sunrise for any kind of information, versus like Pallades saying, let's like not do that, let's see what we could do and figure
Mhm.
it out, take some time, like wait just a couple more hours. So that was so cool. The animation was my favorite so far. The boats, uh the feeling of like being on the water for so long and then seeing the island. That was very cool. Really cool animation.
I think I agree. But I think it's also really interesting too because we have such a different side of the coin with this song than we did in the last 2. If you think of it, like, we've had kind of bookends where the start of The Horse and the Infant, he was super confident, and
Mhm.
seeming very happy and comfortable in that, and the moment he started questioning, we started to kinda see a spiral starting to kind of happen with him, and now, okay, we're on the other side of it.
Ooh.
What? I see I sparked a thought.
No, no, you sparked a thought for sure. I think I always thought Odysseus just felt comfortable with his men, but
Mm,
not in war. Like he was smart, he was intelligent, he was a strategist, strategist, yeah.
yep.
Um but he grew up around these men, and he like and he was always been he's always been Odysseus of Ithaca. So like seeing him going from that to this, and then on the ships he's like, I'm just getting these guys home, like I'm confident I can do this.
Yeah. And there's a I don't know if I would be comfortable making a decision for 600 people, but
No.
it's a familiarity that he has, and he's totally fine, cool as a cucumber,
Mhm. I
totally
I
fine.
think for a paladin, I can see someone very confident in this, like I have an oath to these men, and I can see a cleric um
Mm,
in this, um especially with like a soldier background, or yeah,
yeah.
just they're here, they have a mission, they have an oath. I can't think of what subclass, but they have an oath to their like fellow soldiers.
Well, and for cleric, I could see since we know and we've talked about Athena, I could see, oh my god, what is it? The knowledge domain. I could see that for cleric,
Oh, yes.
for Odysseus.
Writing that down. That's cool.
Like I said, and maybe that's how we're gonna approach things, which I think is interesting of like, what is Odysseus's starting,
Mhm.
class, subclass, and then does that change through anything? What would you say, I guess, then, based off of and I know it was very brief, but the short interaction we had with Eurylochus and Polites?
I feel like that's their like their class, or what I just think about them.
We'll start with just what you think of them because you just met them. They said 2 sentences, really. I think in the next couple songs,
I
it'll
they
become a little bit more
feel
clear.
Yeah, they feel like that trope of they're going to fight soon. Like this is going to be like this is 600 men. That's an even number. I feel like some people are going to go aside with Polides, and I can never say his name. Second in command,
Eurylochus.
Eurylochus. There's just going to be some divide, or um something that Odysseus have to choose, or if they continuously choose one or the other, there's just going to it's just setting up.
Mhm.
Like there's some foreshadowing, like setting up of like, ooh, tensions. Um, that's what I think
Yeah.
from the first few moments, especially when he was like this. Um,
I think
they seem to like run everything by Odysseus. So
yeah, 2nd and 3rd
yeah.
command I'm getting, I think in just the brief interaction with how they were going to approach with, like, the island, or
Mhm.
even, like, the birds following the birds to find food, um, I think Polites is a representation or a symbol for Odysseus's hope, and Eurylochus is his not necessarily wrath, but more of his kind of war kind of side, battle side, aggressiveness, I think is probably the best, um
Oh yes, yeah.
that's what at least the just brief interaction with this, with how they because, I mean, Eurylochus is like, "We just raid the whole place," like, not even like
Yep. Let's just get out there.
let's
Let's
just
just go.
go.
Get those books. We're hungry. It's like, oh, that's such a jump that you
Yeah,
made there.
0 to 100 super quick, whereas, like, Polites is like, "Maybe we can go talk to them, and then if it's a problem, like, it'll be fine." Then Odysseus is like, "Yeah, if it's a problem, then
Mhm,
we can raise it to the ground, like, then,
mhm.
yeah." But,
I
like,
think that's why they made that scene where they open the barrel and it's all empty and you can second in command was like, "Look, what do you mean? There's nothing in here. I'm
yeah.
starving. I gotta go."
Yeah, Lamia saying, "Damn murder hobos," pretty
Damn murder
much.
hobos. Yep,
Not wrong.
not wrong.
Not wrong at all, and I totally don't see that totally biting them in the ass later. Totally. 100%.
Yuri is the definition of an old-time soldier in this song. Do what it takes to survive.
Yes.
Agreed.
That's 1000% agree with that. Whereas
I will say they've just came off of uh, a 10-year war too.
Mhm.
So all they have been doing is camping and surviving.
Yeah.
That's the only mode they've known. So agreed.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get home at this point, do that final stretch.
Yeah. I agree with that. They're like, "Dude, our work is done. Can we go home now?"
This is like
Closing time.
he sees this as like a drive-through. He's like, just let's get like, when you're late and you're driving home and you could be like, I could cook food at home or I can take the detour,
Yeah.
but you don't want to actually go order food at the counter. So you're like, this is Yuri just wants to go. Thank you also for the nickname. This helps me so much.
Yeah.
Yuri just wants to go to the drive-through and just pick something up and go. Like, let's just raid and get this like stuff. Get in, get out. I gotta see my wife. Like get home.
I feel like it's that, but it's also that parent that's like the kids are in the backseat, but they want things from 2 different, like, drive-throughs. Where, like, Odysseus is like, "What do you want?" And Eurylochus is like, "I want Burger
Wendy's.
King." And then Polites is like, "But I want Olive
Wendy's.
Garden." Yeah, Wendy's, Olive Garden, I don't know. Like,
Yep.
and Odysseus is like, "Okay, well." And Azure, yes, I actually did a whole book report on the new Argonauts by Sean K. Reynolds because
Oh.
we actually incorporated that into I think it was grad school. But also, I remember distinctly we were doing in my ninth grade English class. We were reading the Iliad, and then we read the Odyssey, and
Mhm.
then we had to it was an IB class, International Baccalaureate. So we had to find ways to then, kind of do some research and make it our own, and the partner I worked with, we ended up very easily comparing it to Jason and the Argonauts and going through that whole series of events that was happening as well. Yep, I did high IB and it hurts, yeah. So, but yeah, it's yeah, there's a lot of similarities. Alright. Mats, are you ready to jump to the next song?
Yep.
Okay, let's do it.